Costa Rica to completely ban polystyrene due to environmental impact, signed into law earlier this week. It will come into effect in 2021, the same year the government has said the country will become the first plastic-free and carbon-free country in the world.
Here's a summary of the article.
Costa Rica is set to ban the import and sale of polystyrene due to environmental concerns over the packaging material. Signed into law earlier this week, it will come into effect in 2021, the same year the government has said the country will become the first plastic-free and carbon-free country in the world. Costa Rica has long recognized its unique biodiversity as being among the country's strongest assets. Costa Rican President Carlos Alvarado Quesada said it was necessary to make a change in our minds but also in our actions to protect the natural environment and human health. He said, "Today we have proved to Costa Rica that we will fight to safeguard its fundamental rights, such as the right to health, and at the same time we are sending a clear message that these actions evidence this administration's compromise to achieve the decarbonization of our economy." Heidi Rodriguez, Costa Rica's Vice Minister for Water and Oceans, added that expanded polystyrene is one of the largest pollutants of our rivers and oceans, remaining for years in our ecosystems, damaging our wildlife, such as turtles, fish and other animals which think of it as food. At his inauguration speech in May last year, the former journalist, who made his entrance on a hydrogen-fueled bus, said, "Decarbonization is the great task of our generation and Costa Rica must be one of the first countries in the world to accomplish it, if not the first."
This post received a score of 4,093, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Our country is very gung-ho about beach cleanups, and the local schools and town communities clean regularly. Tons upon tons of trash are picked up every month, but much of our beach garbage comes from the rivers which flow through the poorer or illegal communities that reside upstream in the greater metropolitan area. It could also possibly inspire other countries, especially the United States and our neighboring Latin American countries, to also ban the products, and this would reduce the amount of trash that floats ashore from abroad. Our goal is not just to be a pristine, litter-free country with a negative carbon footprint, our goal is to inspire the world to do the same. If a country with a GDP as low as ours can do all this, any country can.
God, I love Costa Rica. It's amazing how much more progressive yellow than America.
Some of us in America are trying winking face.
We need systematic change though, disruptive change that will piss off tons of businesses. It's the only way.
Systemic change, yes. One bill in Congress right now would place a carbon fee on fossil fuel companies, and rebate the revenue to the public. It targets a 90% reduction in emissions by 2050. Several prominent voices suggest supporting this bill and joining this group to help it pass. A bunch of businesses actually support this type of action too, because failing to address climate change would hurt the economy.
I'm sure Mitch will let them vote on it. The man who looks like a turtle is actively killing all of them.
97% of Congress is swayed by contact from constituents. Maybe McConnell is in the 3%, but Kentucky also needs about 3x as many active citizens climate lobby volunteers as it has now to get his support, so we won't know until we get there. At present growth rates, that's not so outlandish. It's very doable. And most Kentuckians support a carbon tax by a comfortable margin.
This is excellent. Hopefully more countries will follow this. There is no reason not to reduce packaging, and where it is necessary to switch to packaging which can be recycled. Big changes like changing fuel sources takes time, but this should be pretty easy to implement and will drive change in consumers and industry.
Sorry guys, you're still going to get a ton of it washed up on your beaches from the rest of the world. A step in the right direction nonetheless.
President Carter was set to regulate solar panels into mass existence in his second term, and require building codes that saved massive amounts of energy. I recall the savings from something as simple as requiring white, light roofs on buildings was huge. The neoliberal extremists, which is to say the establishment of both U.S. political parties, destroyed the world in the name of mythical free markets.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.